how to use hashtags and what they even are on YouTube. How do I use those to my advantage? Can you give me a really quick crash course?
Absolutely. Crash course for hashtags is this. YouTube added them. We recommend using them, but here's how we use them based on all of our research. We basically are using them for branding. And so typically, if we do a video like this, you'll notice that the hashtags are Think Marketing, Think Media, and Sean Cannell. If we have one of the other content creators, we'll do hashtag Heather Torres or hashtag Nolan Molt or hashtag Tony Ariola. And when people click on that hashtag, hashtags are an organization system. Like they're a way to gather. See, when you click on it, it just gathers all of our other videos. And then, and so the nice thing about hashtag Sean Cannell as well, which this would be something that maybe happens over time, is if you also had multiple channels or multiple brands, or if somebody else, like if you were interviewed somewhere potentially, or went on somebody else's podcast or somebody else's collaboration, here's, this pops up on video influencers for hashtag Sean Cannell, or there's like related searches and different things that pop up. So what we're essentially doing is building authority around brand names. Think Media, Think Marketing, Sean Cannell. That's not really taught very often. And that's kind of our unique way of using hashtags. Now, the other way would be to say, hashtag lose weight, or hashtag something specific. But what I've learned is that they're just not very effective. Like you theoretically could rank a hashtag. I'll even show you a way to look to see, just like autocomplete for words, you can autocomplete for hashtags. So if you were to type in like lose flabby arm, like hashtag lose flabby arm, this pops up, and you could go after, in a way, search terms based on hashtags. If we type in lose yourself, people are looking for the Eminem song in that particular case, or lose belly fat, or loser, so you could do a little bit of experimentation, but we've learned that hashtags don't necessarily rank too well. And you may want to put the hashtag in the actual title of the video. A lot of times, in our opinion, that kind of spams up the title. It doesn't make the title as clean. To give you one other tip about branding, our actual podcast episodes have a hashtag in the title for organization, hashtag Think Marketing Podcast. And so again, that's how we use them. I think that's kind of the best way to use them. I will strategically use them to try to rank for a hashtag, but not a lot of people that necessarily search for hashtags. And for those asking, how do you actually add hashtags? You just put them in your description anywhere. If they're at the bottom of your description, if they're in the middle of your description, or if they're at the top of your description. If you put up to 3, you could put 10, you shouldn't, but YouTube will put 3 underneath the video when you put them in your description. And so to put these hashtags there, I simply have those somewhere down here in the description underneath the about video. See, these 3 hashtags are right there in the description, and that means they appear right up here. And final tip, I know you said quick, succinct. Again, if you were to do like lose belly fat, the problem is you actually probably won't rank for that. Like, it's been a lot of experimenting in how they work. And if someone clicks it, it takes them away from your videos. Thus, the reason we do it for branding is because it keeps them in your world. Most people don't even know those are there. So if they accidentally click them, well, then they're still in your world. And it's sort of like a bigger vision of building up your brand over time, if that makes sense, by thinking about what your name is and then really building authority around it.
Yeah. So Heather Wiles, I think her name is Wills or Wiles. It's a really interesting name. Sounds beautiful.
In your world.
Sounds like it's probably said beautiful when it's said right. She's asking about time management for moms. And I've seen a couple questions about this in the group today. And I just thought this was a good opportunity to plug one of your future sessions.
Yes. So tomorrow morning, my session is actually all about time management. And while that's not like the sexiest term, you're like, ooh, time management. Yes. Here's the thing. How do you become a powerful entrepreneur, you have to understand your time. How do you do this as a mother? You have to understand seasons of life and time management. So that's what I'm going to be breaking down tomorrow in our 10 a.m. session. It's going to be all about like how my productivity hacks and how I currently do it and how I've been able to help thousands of entrepreneurs succeed in their business because of these time management tools. I'm going to give you a couple things of how to work your calendar the right way. Please tell me you have a calendar. That's where we need to start. And then we're going to work through ways that you can implement some productivity hacks and still be able to spend time with your kids and your family and your husband and all of the things, because I believe in having and living an abundant life. I believe that your kids should see you work. I believe that your kids should be a part of what you're doing in some capacity. And I also believe that you should be doing income producing activities. And so we're going to talk through what all that looks like. And I'm going to share with you some of my secret weapons that I use that I don't normally talk about, but I'm going to share with you tomorrow. So you'll want to make sure that you are here tomorrow for that session, because I think it's one of the things that people overlook when they're thinking about all the things they need to do. And I'm going to help you move your to-do list to your to-done list. So I'll see you tomorrow for that.
Ooh, to-do list to to-done list.
Yeah, I actually just thought of that on the spot. That was a good marketing term, right? I'm gonna share it, but in my head it came to like, I always have a to-do list. I want it to be done. So I am.
That was epic. That's why I was like, what? That was a mic drop moment. Come on. I can't wait to take notes on that session, man. I got some to-dos that I need to done.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that before, so I assumed it was on the spot, which is why I wanted to
Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
So Sean's been a student of my work for the last 4 years. Guys, look at everything Sean's able to get done. Right, Sean? Good.
All right. Sean, I have a question for you from Tate. Tate says, will the Think Media bundle be good for me if I'm still not sure about my mission, niche, and my why? Will it help me get clearer, or would it be too big of an investment if I'm not clear yet?
It would be great for you. Again, the YouTube Influence Bundle will walk you through step by step, no matter what season you're in. You've already seen that we've created massive success in our company, multiple YouTube channels, and so many student success stories at every level. So even if you're advanced, it's great for you because it's an A to Z program, kindergarten to college, paint by numbers that anybody can do. But it's the program I wish I had back when I started. I think about all the wandering I've done. I own over 2,000 books. I've been to hundreds of events. I've been through countless online courses, and they weren't all good. I've distilled down the essential brick by brick information. Some were good, some weren't. Some I've wandered through. And so you're getting a step-by-step system that's also not just with me. You're getting the clarity coach, Heather Torres, that's a part of our community, and that's going to be in those group Q&As and different things. So again, when I came out of that hospital room, when I was in that hospital room trying to figure out what I was going to do on YouTube, I didn't know my niche. It seems like it was all just clear and like, oh, Sean just climbed straight up the mountain. But I don't know if you've ever seen this before, the what success really looks like meme. And, what a lot of times, we think, if you think my story was this straight line, it absolutely was not. This is a good screenshot. See, what people think success looks like is like, oh yeah, Sean was in the hospital room, got clear, was like, I need to provide for my family. I need to fight for my faith. I need to fight for my wife. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go straight up. But what it really looks like was this. I mean, I was all over it, like squirrely, just crazy, setbacks, failures, ups, downs. And here's really what we're talking about at Think Media and what even this YouTube Influence Bundle is. It will shorten your learning curve. This bundle will turn decades into days. For real. Because I've been grinding. And when you're also compounding the lessons and learnings that we've had, Tony's failures, Heather's failures on different paths in terms of creating a message that's powerful, like not just knowing your niche, but mastering your message and creating a powerful message that cuts through the noise. Self-awareness, not only building your confidence, but being confident in what you're doing and what you have to say. So I wandered on different YouTube channels and different videos. So the fact that you could invest for around $3 a day to have myself, Heather, Tony, Mel, the Think Media team holding your hand, plus all of the courses and training. I don't want to belittle the fact that, again, there's a one pay option to invest $1,000, $997, to get everything for life. But when I think about what people invest in, whether it's movies or entertainment or eating out, we can't do that as much right now. Whether it's just things that will never actually change our life, our entertainment budget. And I'm all, please entertain, vacation, whatever. But this investment can change your life for the next 10 years and shorten your learning curve. Are we promising instant results? Of course not. That's not what, don't misunderstand. Again, it's not a magic bullet. It's just, I've learned that investing in yourself is the best investment you can ever make. Warren Buffett said that the best investment you can make is in yourself, because when you get smarter, sharper, and you master the strategies, you get connected to a powerful community, and you master psychology, then you're getting a head start. And I could have got here a lot faster with a lot less pain and a lot less wandering had I had this program. And that's what we've created inside of the YouTube Influence Bundle.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, I think a lot of people have that question is even going through this challenge, there's so much floating around in our head and we feel like, okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot that I'm thinking about and I'm not sure what my next step should be. So that's okay. And we actually want to be here to help answer that question for you. So if you are also wondering what I should be doing next, then let us know. We do want to help coach you through that as best as we can. Heather, I actually have a question about that. What should people's next step be if they're trying to figure out if this program is right for them? What should they be doing?
Well, I mean, one of the things, one of the values we have here at Think Media is we don't want to sell you something you don't need. And so you get a 30-day money back guarantee, meaning you can try this risk-free. So I've done this before. I've jumped into courses that I'm like, is this what I need? I don't know. I need to get in. I need to dip my toes in. And I get in and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is everything I needed. But because I knew that I had that 30-day window to go through it, to dig into it, listen, if you jump into Video Ranking Academy and you're like, this is not what I need, I don't want to do YouTube, I don't like your community, I don't want to be here, we will easily give you your money back. We are not trying to hold your money. We want you to know that this is risk-free to get in. But here's what I know. I know that what changed my life, hear me, what changed my life was investing in myself. I would not be where I am today if I had not invested in myself. And there were times when I invested in myself where my husband didn't know why. Like, why do you need that? What do you need? Why do you need to be inside this course? I don't even understand what Facebook ads are. Like, that was my first course I bought, was a Facebook ads course from Amy Porterfield way back in the day. It changed my life, because I got to be in community and I got to be around people. And when I got stuck, I could ask questions. And when I dug deeper, I was like, oh, that's what I needed. That's how I do this. And let me tell you, we are here to serve you. We are not here to take your money and run. If you've not noticed, the Think Media team, we are servant leaders. We want to live this with you. We want to walk alongside you. Nicole, like Dr. Eye Health, Andrew, the people you've seen, they are in our community. You can ask them questions anytime. That's the value. But I can let you know that for me specifically, if you feel like, oh my gosh, this challenge has been mind-blowing, I'm seeing a whole new life, I never even knew this is possible. Listen, friend, your next step is investing in yourself. And here's what this looks like to me. You know, I've struggled with my weight for a long time. I've birthed 2 beautiful children. We've lost children. My body has gone through a lot. And I have had a gym membership for literally like a decade. I mean, I love the gym. I used to be a pre and postnatal fitness instructor. I love working out, but here's the difference. Why was I able to get back in shape after baby number 2 when I wasn't after baby number 1? And I had the gym membership for both children. Let me tell you the difference. Baby number 2, I got a personal trainer. I got actual coaching in what I needed. And you know what the difference was? I paid for the personal trainer. I invested in myself. I invested in my health. Now, I had the gym membership for both people, for both babies. But when I actually stepped out and I put my money where I wanted my life to be, where I wanted my future to go, that's where I saw change in my body. That's where I saw change in my actual feeling of myself, because I put in the work, because I put in the money to make it happen. So if you're thinking, what's my next step? Your next step, whether it's with us or whether it's with, I don't care who else, I want it to be with us. But either way, your next step is investing in yourself. Every person that you see that is successful right now, that is online, that you're following right now, I guarantee that they have invested in their future. They have put their money where they want their future to go. And this is not a pressure sale. This is not, like you heard Sean, if this isn't right for you, that's okay. We have hours of free content for you. We want you to be connected with us here at Think Media, because we know at some point along your journey, you're going to get to this point. You're going to be standing at a crossroad and you're going to say, do I really want this for myself? Am I willing to invest in myself? And that's why we wanted to give you this bundle. We wanted to make this irresistible, because we want to be the ones that are coaching you through your next steps in life. We want to be the ones who are here saying, we've got you. This isn't about the money. This is about your mission. And we want to help you through that mission. So I hope that helps you know where your next step is. It may be the free content on Think Media. It may be getting into the VIP right now, but it may be that your actual next step is to take a step into uncomfortability and invest in yourself, so you can not only change your future, but you can change the legacy of your family. Guys, this is real. This is what really happens. My life has been flipped upside down and changed because I stepped out and I invested in my future. And I want that same thing for you. But it doesn't come without stepping over that uncomfortable line and knowing that while you put your money where it is, you're going to put your time where it is, and I'm going to help you with that. You're going to put your effort where it is. I'm going to help you with that. You're going to go through discouragement. We're going to help you with that. That's why the Think Media team is here. And it's not just me, it's Sean, it's Mel, it's Tony, it's Omar, it's Nolan. Guys, we are here to serve you on a deeper level. But when we have 1 million subscribers, when we have these big platforms, we want to also have a space and a place for our community to be that we can go deeper with every single month. And that's what this YouTube bundle is for you. So I hope that helps you. I hope that gives you some insight of where you want to go. And I can't wait to dive into some more questions, Mel.
Thanks, Heather. That was exactly what I was looking for, some direction on that, as we have several questions on that in the chat right now. And while we are on this topic of the bundle, I just want to ask a couple more questions, and then we're going to dive right back into our VIP questions related to the session. But one question that we got was from Ty. So Ty asked, how is this course different from other courses like YouTube for Bosses? Sean, would you be able to answer that for us?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Sunny's actually a friend, and we've done collaborations and stuff together. And, you know, interestingly enough, in this industry, all of my competitors are actually good friends. And, you know, we all have a little bit of a different approach. At the same time, there's a lot of principles that transfer over. But if you even look at YouTube for Bosses, it's not a super comprehensive program. It's a great strategy. It just gives you a few things. But it's not, there's no framework, there's no proprietary process, and it's not as holistic. And that's what I mean by the word comprehensive. There's no question. I mean, I've scoured the earth this is my personal conviction that no matter what I'm going to do in my life, I want to do it at the highest level. I want to know who else is doing it. What are they doing? What are they teaching? And we will help you figure out different is better than better. So we don't want to just be an echo in the space. We want to be a voice. And so our program has been rated and reviewed as absolutely at the top of the entire industry. And I think that's because it's comprehensive. Again, you get the community. There's no question it's a stronger community. You get a stronger support staff. I mean, how's it different? Mel, Heather, Tony, the ongoing group coaching calls for life, by the way, during this offer. So that's why I say back when I started, I can't even imagine if once a month I could get back on to get my mind right, tweak some things. There was times where I did the wrong thing for an entire year. If I would have just had a question answered and pivoted my strategy, and some questions you don't even know to ask yet. You have to go through the course, go through some training, post some videos, hit a new block. And then you've got the Think Media certified coaches in your corner helping. Like, oh yeah, I got stuck there too. Or I did that. I made that mistake too. Hey, do it this way. And so the community is different than anybody else. Nobody's got a community in the industry like we do. I think the psychology piece, again, the tactics, a lot of places are pretty similar, but even that's not fully true. You get a lot of things. Let me actually bring up some of what else you're getting in here. You don't just get the VRA 7-part framework as well, by the way, which YouTube for Bosses is similar in kind of like some of the keyword research and whatnot. Not as current. I don't believe it's been updated, and we are actually rolling out right now the brand new, fully updated, part of our program. But remember, you also get the YouTube Hypergrowth Blueprint. So to give you an idea of what this looks like when you get inside of your members area, and again, it's all at thinkmediabundle.com. But like inside of the YouTube Hypergrowth Blueprint, we talked a little bit about review today. Under just analytics, this entire module right here is under just all analytics, where you can go through all these training videos broken down inside of your members area with whatever other downloads. This is inside of the members area. And someone also asked, do you need a computer? You actually get access to, you can use a computer, a laptop, a tablet, or your phone. And there's an app. When you download the Kajabi app, after you enroll in the program, you use your email and your password, and all of your training is with you on the go on your app. Listen to it on the car, listen to it on the train, on the plane, doesn't matter. Or just take it from a desktop completely at your own convenience. And for the limited time of this bundle, you get lifetime access to all of that training. But inside of this, again, we're talking about comprehensive. And so this is not only this super powerful strategy of how Heather ranked her videos and all of that, but it's literally kindergarten to college. We get so advanced, so you can just know that like you're going to get an edge in the industry. And so all of that's on analytics. The 10 commandments of YouTube is in there, but these 10 hypergrowth strategies, all these strategies are taught that are the most current. People are asking, does it work in every niche? Because sometimes your niche might not even be as search-based. Yes, this program works for every niche because it's YouTube training A to Z. Powerful community, get your psychology right with the confidence training with Heather and I, as well as the bigger picture of building a business around your YouTube channel. And also the exact tactics that are not just the proven principles. Like Michael Jordan said, master the fundamentals and everything else you'll do will rise. Come on, The Last Dance. But then also when you think about the trends and different tactics that are happening, because monthly we jump in at the beginning of those group coaching calls, and you always get the quick tip, whether it's with me, Heather, whether it's with Tony or Mel, you get a quick tip of like, here's something we just did at Think Media. Look at this new change. Look at this things that's working. Think about what that's worth. It's priceless that you get lifetime access to that. You have your own collective of YouTube scientists, that are obsessed with this, that are in this with you, always bringing you information and strategies to give you the edge. So that's the difference. There's other like programs. Basically, you get a piece. In this case, you get the whole cake. You get the whole thing, A to Z, paint by number system. And so again, to summarize it just in a phrase of what exactly the YouTube Influence Bundle is, it's the most comprehensive YouTube training and coaching program available anywhere in the world. Comprehensive, okay? It's a paint by numbers program that will help you step by step through the entire process. And it will help you create videos that get views, grow your audience, create an impact with your message, and earn money online. And it's a hand-picked, not just the training, but the private group Q&As, the 4 weeks of coaching and momentum to make sure you get your questions answered and details about your specific question. It's all in there. So if you're curious, just go to thinkmediabundle.com and read the information on the page, watch the videos, look at the student testimonies, results from other members. I'm certain that you will absolutely be blown away by what is inside of this program. And yeah, even if you've taken other YouTube courses, it constantly happens. We've had people that have been a part, and by the way, I mean, I'm friends with people, I've been in different masterminds with them, but people have been a part of Jump Cut or they've been a part of other things. And they always go, shoot, I wish I would have known about this, because not only is what was taught in that there, but like so much more. And you really thought through A to Z, just like a college university course. 101, 201, 301, and 401, each building block. And, you know, not to just land the plane, maybe, I know we'll go to another question, but I think it's also interesting, you know, people have different backgrounds, but Heather and I both have backgrounds in teaching and in adult learning theory. So I think one of the reasons why our students and members get so many results is because, if you've maybe even noticed through this training, that we didn't just find out a system and then like try to kind of garble it together and throw it online, but like we really have thought about, studied, and are obsessed with organizing the information in such a way to get you results. And so that's why our success rate and the amount of videos and students that absolutely rave about our program is the top of the industry, is I think because it's also not just information that changes people, it's implementation and action. And so this entire bundle is structured in such a way to get you results and to get you the right information, but also to get you taking action, and to do it in a way that, again, you can take it at your own pace. Look, how fast, Sean, is a question we get. Will this work for me? It's kind of an impossible question to answer, because if you gave this program to me, Sean, 10 years ago, I would have got here so much faster, but it would have still taken me time to like learn these concepts and adapt, build these new skill sets. Whereas some of you are coming in, you're already like, you only need a few small tweaks. And either way, it's the right program, because you get access to it for life. You get a few small tweaks, boom, you double your YouTube channel, or you finally have that result, or you're starting from scratch and you can brick by brick, piece by piece, with Heather in your corner, myself in your corner, Melissa, Tony, the rest of the Think Media team, to help you on your journey, being connected to a powerful group of purpose-driven people that want to make a difference in the world, leveraging YouTube and sharing our message, while at the same time making a great living so we can build a business around our lifestyle. So anyways, check it all out. Of course, there's a place on the website where you can book a discovery call and a few other things. Just go to thinkmediabundle.com, and you also, there's an FAQ on that page where it'll answer a lot of your questions as well.
Yes, and we had some questions coming in about price, Sean. So if you could just break that down one more time. People are just wondering because lifetime access and payments and all the things. And so if you could just share one more time so that people get a good understanding. And again, if you go to that page, Sean will show you the page also. We have answered 99% of the questions that are coming in that can really help you. We put a lot of work into making sure that your questions were answered on here, because I know it's like, what? There's a thing and how much and all the things. So just break that down for us one more time, Sean.
Absolutely. Yeah. So again, we've made this YouTube Influence Bundle available for just one payment of $97 to start, meaning for as little as $97, you can start today, right now, and dive into the training and start taking advantage of this program. That is a payment plan. And so under payments, you're going to pay a total of 12 payments total over a year's time. So we've stretched out enrollment into the program over 12 months, $97 a month. Now that'll come out to around $1,200, right? If you pay in full, you save on your investment. And for a single payment of $997, you get the entire YouTube Influence Bundle, and you can see everything on this page. So it's either 12 payments of $97 or one payment of $997. And you can see all the details, and we've posted the link. You can see all of the bonuses and everything that's in it. So this is all outlined on this page. Plus, you can see different students from different channels, different backgrounds, different niches, and the results that they've got. So I recommend checking out these videos and watching some of those. And so to answer your question directly, though, in either case, you get lifetime access to the program. To be clear, when you're making payments, you would have to complete your payments to unlock that lifetime access. So if you join with the one pay option, you're in and you'll never pay anymore. There's not a maintenance fee. There's nothing else. And again, that's why this is a very special limited time offer, because that's not super sustainable. My friend, when you're here 3.5 years from now in the group Q&A, with the phone app, with the latest version of all the updates and the modules, and you only paid once back when we, then you just get it for life. And we're going to have to change that. But we wanted to make a really special, irresistible, like this is a no-brainer offer, because you think about all the training you're getting and the fact you get access to it for life. If you make payments, you get lifetime access. But if you were to stop making payments at payment 5 or something, you don't get, you wouldn't get lifetime access. Obviously, you just have to complete your payments. You're not billed annually. You're not going to be billed anymore once you complete your investment in this program. And in either case, you will get access to this training for life. And again, we're here. And I think that's a peace of mind that you can have, being online. Maybe you just met us online. Maybe you just met us because you saw something on Instagram and you ended up in this challenge. But you can look at the history. I mean, literally, you can quite literally look at the history. You can look all the way back to my first weird video on my personal channel. You can look at our podcast. You can look at even the fact that we will jump on the phone with you. I mean, if you go to the website, you can see a link to make a discovery call, and that we're a real business. We've been around for 5 years. We've been doing this for 15. When you really add it all up, I mean, started YouTube in 2007 for my church, was the first YouTube channel I ever imagined. So that's 13 years, and started getting into video even before that in 2003. And so you're getting legacy. You're getting a community of, we pride ourselves on doing business with integrity, of being people of our word, of being here to answer your questions, of being here to help. And we're obsessed with this because we really believe, it sounds funny, but this is bigger than YouTube. This is about life. This is about messages that matter, right? This is about powerful things like how we're educating our kids, like Heather's homeschool channel. Or powerful things where in my case, yeah, we're talking about cameras and stuff, but that my passion's about leadership. My passion's about bringing sexy back. We talked about that. I think that sexy is, I really have a heart for men, and saying that we're redefining what sexy means. Like, what's he mean by that? That real men are men who show up and are present for their kids, are men who take care of their health, men who are men of faith and are planted and giving to their church, men who are leaders and people of integrity and people of their word. People are building high power businesses, who are being powerful friends, who are know that it's way cooler on a Friday night to stay home and to pour into your family than it is to get lit at the club. And I'm not hating whatever season you're in. I'm just saying that's what I think sexy is, man. I think men that are sexy are men who are men of integrity, character. So like, these are messages that matter. Like Heather was saying, what I love about YouTube is it's a medium to build a business, to share a message, to build a church, to build a nonprofit, to change the world. And that's why we're obsessed with this. That's why Tony's channel is about plant-based kitchen, plant-based living. Because these are things that matter, the essence of life. But YouTube's the #1 video platform. And this pandemic has showed us that mastering live stream video and mastering YouTube is critical. That like, if you're not on YouTube, it's our belief that you're not relevant. We believe it's irresponsible to not be present on YouTube, especially as an entrepreneur, a church, a business owner, somebody that has a message. If you have a message for the world and you're not distributing it on the #1 video platform, I believe that's being irresponsible. And you're going to get best in class training and a powerful community to help you on that journey that's going to shorten your learning curve, compress decades into days. And that's what this bundle is all about. It's not for everybody, and it may not be right for you at this time, but I absolutely believe that it can help everybody. And you might just, it's up to you whether this is the right time for you or not to invest in a program like this. But I assure you, we've never put together a special offer like this before, and you will absolutely be blown away. And we've removed all risk. The fact that you get 30 days to check it out, to say, okay, like, I think I'm hearing you. I've got all my, okay, let me have a look at it. Like, we're pretty relaxed here at Think Media, in the sense where that's kind of what comes with being a man of your word, is saying, there's no tricks here. There's no gimmicks here. Like, you can check out this program. You can invest in this, by the way, at our expense. People abuse that. And that's, the greatest leader to me is Jesus, who said, turn the other cheek. And I'm not inviting you to abuse us and to take advantage. But just so you know where we're coming from, we've removed all risk. That's put us out there. That's put the fact that we believe this YouTube influence bundle will blow your mind in such a way, and that being connected to this community for life will give you such an advantage and an edge in this industry that there's no question that you'll say, this is worth 10 to 100 times of what I invested in. And so anyways, you could check out the link and let me know if we have any other questions coming in. I know we probably got to get ready soon too for this next session, but what's up? What's next?
Yeah, I just want to bust through a couple more of our VIP questions, Sean. And then, yes, we do actually need to give Heather a chance to prep for her session at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So Sean, Temi is asking, how important is watch time? My most popular videos has one of my lowest watch times on my channel. If Sean, you'd be able to weigh in on that for us.
One more time. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So Temi is asking, how important is watch time? My most popular video has one of the lowest watch times in on my channel.
Got it. Okay. So, sometimes I still don't know if I understand the question, but what can happen when you get a breakout video, if your most popular video, what YouTube is always looking for the audience for the video, and popular videos will often get even more popular. And eventually a lot of times you'll have like your top 5 to 10 to 20 videos as you build a library that generate the majority of your traffic for you. And so, when YouTube starts to suggest your video, as it did to Heather's homeschool video, or if you remember a few sessions back, as it did to our Neo or Light video, you'll actually notice a couple things. Your click-through rate will usually go down, and a lot of times your average view duration will go down. And simply because YouTube is continually going to more fringes in the pond. It's kind of like your mom will listen to you complain all day about how hard your day was. Your friend will listen to you for one meal and a drink about how hard your day was. A stranger will not will listen to you for about 30 seconds and be like, I don't even know you. Why are you venting to me? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like YouTube spreading your video to the edges and continually looking for a new audience. What's powerful is when meeting strangers, you can keep the watch time high, but having your video be most popular and potentially have lower watch time shouldn't be a surprise, because even if it's getting any watch time, even if YouTube's like, it's not a 50% average view duration, it's 20% or even 10, but people are still watching it and people are still clicking on it. YouTube's like, we're going to keep showing it to people. And so you'll notice that those breakout videos will it's almost like the rich get richer in terms of your videos. Your most popular videos get even more popular. Those who have even more will be given to them. Like, it just continues to build momentum in terms of that, even if that means that the click-through rate goes down and the average view duration goes down.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, I think that did cover her question. We also have a question from Temi Danso on how we should use the community tab. So when we're promoting our video, what is like one strategy that we should use? Sorry. I actually think I can answer this super quickly.
I was going to say, Melissa, you should answer this, because Melissa actually is head of our social media department, which means Mel does a lot of social media. So Melissa, you answer this one.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to read all your guys' questions and distribute the questions. So I was not quite thinking through that one. Yeah, so on the community tab, we actually share our videos every single day as soon as a video comes out. Now, you might not have a video that comes out every day like Think Media does. In fact, you probably shouldn't if you are just starting out on YouTube. But what we can do is you can think of a couple creative ways to share the video multiple times throughout the week. So like the challenge was for Saturday, what are creative ways you can share your video? And so I have a couple ideas for you. So Sean is going to pull up the community tab that we've been doing right now. It is a little bit more sparse than usual because of the challenge going on, but we intersperse a lot of different content on here. But the first thing I wanted to talk about is posting, sharing your video. So we share every single video we post on here because the community tab is so effective. If you have access to the community tab, I believe is it 1,000 or 10,000, Sean? subscribers you need?
At 1,000 subscribers, you get the community tab, and sometimes it takes a week or two for that to trigger, and then it just pops up. So there's home, videos, playlists. Once you hit 1,000, you get the community tab.
Yeah, and so if you have access to that tool, it is extremely powerful. So share every single video. You will see that it needs a square photo, so just keep that in mind. You want to grab a photo that looks great square, write a nice hook to it. So that's like writing something that's going to really grab people's attention. Like, oh, I definitely want to watch that, and drop a link. And so that's the way that we choose to share our videos. There is another way that you can do it in the community tab that we just don't think looks as nice. So we share this way by directly adding our own image and adding the link in there. And then we also make sure that we're dropping any announcements like the challenge we did right now. So if you have other things like that, you can share with your community. And we like to do engagement posts. So we like to post things that are fun and interesting, like, hey, what are you working on this week? Or what is your favorite kind of tech? Or whatever is obviously relevant to your niche. We like to learn from our audience using this tab, because we have so many people active on YouTube community tab. You wouldn't even realize that. But when you're on the YouTube phone app, it shows those posts regularly in your feed. As you're scrolling through videos, it'll just pop up some like posts from the feed. So you want to make sure you're using that. Engage in your community, listen to your community, give them opportunities to talk to you. Don't just post your videos. These are all like best practices. So, don't get overwhelmed by all the different things you can do on the community tab, but those are ways that we use it. And using native features like the poll feature as well is really helpful. So I'm going to keep that really short though, because I want to hit a couple more questions before we end today, since we are already almost an hour over time, which is a little crazy. But Heather, I have another question for you about your workflow. And so this is going to be touched on again in tomorrow's session at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Heather's going to be talking through her productivity tips, but also just that's going to include some tactical things about how to actually schedule out your time and manage all your different tasks. So Jenna, don't worry, we're going to be hitting that tomorrow. And okay, so Heather, here's a question from Jonathan. I think this will be our last question. And Jonathan's asking, my niche is relatively small. And so I've been studying my niche, and there are other channels who have tried to post videos similar to what I've been thinking about posting, but they just haven't done well. So how can I strategize to get my videos to do well and beat out those competitors?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really great question. Jonathan, is that right, Mel? Jonathan? Yes, Jonathan. So I would definitely recommend you have until May 20th to go back and watch session number 2, where we really dove into niche, and there were some really good strategy pieces that we talked about. So if your niche is small, you have what's called TAM. Sean talked about that, your total addressable market. How many people are going to actually watch that video or are interested in that actual niche? And so here's some things I want you to think about. What could be adjacent niches? So here's what, again, let's go back. You are within an industry. Industry is I'm in fitness. Then a niche is I help pre and postnatal mothers lose the baby weight. That is a niche. And then I have content buckets underneath that, right? So you go underneath those pieces. And what can happen is if sometimes you get too micro niched, you actually aren't able, it's harder to break through into the market. And so Dr. K is a really great example about this. Maybe Sean can bring up his example. Dr. K is a naturopathic doctor. He really is about mindset, but he's also about like holistic medicine. And people weren't just searching that. And he does a lot of things about mental health, and he's in that area. And people weren't necessarily searching those things. And so what Dr. K did was he took a step out of just mental health and of naturopath, and he went just a layer bigger on YouTube. And what did he do? He started talking about his angle to certain things like the Joker. He's talked about his reaction as a doctor to the Joker. And so here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to think about, what is the niche above my niche? Okay. So that, now I know we're getting like crazy technical here, but think about this. So if I was in pre and postnatal fitness and I'm like, no one is listening to me on this, maybe instead of pre and postnatal fitness, I would actually go to women that are 30 and older. Like maybe that's the niche above women, because maybe not every woman is a mother, right? And so that's like a niche right above my niche. So there's two strategies for you. You kind of just go one layer above where you are and talk about those things. We talked about this the other day also with one of our Video Ranking Academy students who is in disabled travel. So he talks about wheelchair, people who are confined to a wheelchair and traveling. That is a small subset of a larger tribe, of the disability tribe. And so for him, in order to break through, rather than just talking about travel, which is small, which might be where you are, instead of just talking about travel, he goes one step bigger and just talks about content buckets related to being in a wheelchair. So maybe it's about travel, and maybe he's going to also talk about health, and maybe he's also going to talk about let me think what else, travel and health and newly disabled. So maybe he's going to talk about those content buckets. And he loves to talk about travel, but in order to break through for someone else to want to watch him about travel, maybe he needs to start with just talking in general to the handicapped community that are in a wheelchair. I hope that's breaking through and making sense. So if you feel like my niche is so small, how do I break through with that? That's what I would do. I go one step up. Now, how do you get your videos ranked? You follow the 7-step framework. You become a Video Ranking Academy student. You dive deep into the strategies that we're teaching, so that not only are you getting videos out, but you're getting the right videos out, the right videos that people are actually searching for, that you can make progress on. So let's recap, because that was a lot of information. 1, maybe you are in your micro niche. You need to go a step bigger. That's a strategy. Maybe you're like Dr. K, who actually needed to take his expertise and hone in on targeting a topic that is very popular. So mental health, targeting the Joker. Okay, so he really went into that. Or maybe you need to just take a step from the onion and go out just one circle to a little bit wider, just like our friend that was doing traveling in a wheelchair. He needs to step out a little bit wider and make traveling one of his content buckets and actually not his niche. Does that make sense? So remember, it's industry, niche, content buckets. So if you feel like I am trapped in this bubble, then maybe you need to move that niche into a content bucket and go one step above that. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you a little more information, and you're going to crush it. If you're part of our community and you stay connected with us, Think Media, whether that is in our paid program like the YouTube Influence Bundle, or that's connected to us here in the challenge, or that's connected on Think Media, stay connected with our tribe, because we're here to help you and serve you in all these ways.
Yeah, thank you, Heather. And I love that reminder to stay connected, no matter what level you are invested with us. Stay connected on the YouTube community tab. Join us over there. We do a lot of talking, like I said, over on that community tab, and it's available to anybody who follows us on YouTube. And then also Sean's Instagram. We love chatting with you guys over there. We do a lot of personal connection on the Instagram. We also have this Facebook group that we're going to be, that's going to remain open after this challenge. We have so many ways that we want to be able to connect with you guys. And so I just want to reiterate Heather's point that being in community is so important, and there are more opportunities to be asking your questions and connecting with our team. For VIP people, we are gonna cut this session off pretty soon here. I just have one more question for Sean, but if you are a VIP member, we are going to be answering a lot of your questions in the group throughout the day. So don't worry if your question didn't get answered here live. We're going to be getting to those as quickly as we can throughout the day. And we're going to be answering throughout the next few days, of course. So catching up on any questions that we've missed. So we'll see all of the VIP members in the VIP community group. And to finish off today's session, Sean, I just have one last question for you. This is a question that we got several times in the chat, so I just wanted to make sure we addressed it. And it is the YouTube Influence Bundle good for any niche? And which niches are best for the YouTube Influence Bundle?
Yeah. So Great question. Number one is yes, the YouTube influence bundle is good for any niche. Number two, by investing in the YouTube influence bundle, we're going to help point you though to the fact that to the best niches for YouTube. Here's what I mean. You can't be romantic about trying to get people interested in things that they just are not interested in. The number one reason businesses fail, so you could probably apply this to YouTube channels, is because of lack of market demand. So what I'm not going to promise you is that you can just take the YouTube influence bundle, apply it to any niche and succeed. Because if nobody wants to watch that type of content, then it wouldn't matter what kind of strategy you have. Now, that's not to talk you out of that. What we would ultimately do is help you find the right niche. But we've been saying it throughout this challenge that the illustration was Starbucks. I grew up in Seattle. Starbucks started back when I was a kid. My dad used to take me to the first Starbucks ever. And what audacity did Starbucks have thinking they could create coffee when Seattle's Best already existed and Pete's Coffee already existed and McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts were all selling coffee? Well, tons of people drink coffee. So it was a proven market. Whereas if you were to open up the blended liver store, the famous store where you come in and you can either buy a shot or a mug or a mason jar of just blended liver mixed with water for $10, a mason jar of it. And if you failed and you're just like, I just don't know. I don't know why it didn't work. Well, because maybe people didn't want to buy the liver. So one of the things we're going to be doing with the YouTube Influence Bundle in some of those first group Q&As is pointing you to the best niches. Here's another way to put it. You want to make sure that if you want your channel to be high profit, you want to be positioned strategically in a high profit niche. Watch the replays in this free challenge. Number one is reverse engineer. Reverse engineer does not necessarily mean, here's what I've already decided I want to do. You should reverse engineer based on, let me play this whole thing out. That's why we talk about reverse engineer your money, reverse engineer your videos, reverse engineer your channel, reverse engineer your money. The YouTube Influence Challenge is going to be amazing. And some people love it because they don't want to do affiliate marketing. They don't want to do direct selling. They don't want to have a physical product. They're a church, they're a nonprofit, but they still want to master YouTube. There's some people who want to have a hobby. Like literally they're like, and maybe that's you. I don't want to make money. Great. You're just reverse engineering your vision. What I'm telling you is when you get connected with Heather Torres and Tony Ariola and myself, we're going to help you refine your YouTube channel strategy. And that might mean you have to pivot. Again, makes sense? It's like also about like location is what they say in real estate and business. So the other day, my wife and I drove from Las Vegas to Flagstaff, Arizona. And there's a whole bunch of between Flagstaff, which is a decent sized city, and Vegas has got over 2 million people. Along the way, and if you've ever been on a road trip, imagine this, you pass like whole sections of just nothing, empty fields, exits that have like one dilapidated gas station, and that's not even open, like abandoned buildings. So imagine if you also were to say, I want to open up shop with my business, my brand, my YouTube channel, and you put it, this is an illustration, and you put it in the middle. I was literally driving in Flagstaff thinking about this. And I was like, man, I bet real estate right here is super cheap. And I'm sure it is because no one's there, right? There's like actually nobody in that niche, or there's nobody that has a super high demand for that. That's why we're telling you to reverse engineer. And so the YouTube Influence Bundle, again, is not saying, we're not saying necessarily that you can conform the training to whatever you want. You just go, look, I want to make a channel. I'm going to talk about whatever I want. People are going to be into me because I'm cool, I'm funny, and I'm just going to make a channel. What's it about? Nothing. I'm sharing my thoughts, and I'm going to apply these strategies. No. We're going to help you build your whole strategy. And I'm not saying that would be the wrong, like you got the chicken before the egg. Which comes first? I don't know, the chicken, which is you got to get clear, and we're going to help you make sure if you want to have a high profit YouTube channel that you're in a high profit niche. I hope that's clear. So again, I'm not saying technically it will work for any niche, because if your niche is dirt, and actually it could work because maybe your niche is like soil, like everything. But it literally, like if your niche was like watching grass grow, who knows? That might even work too, because there's channels. But you know what I mean? Like you're like, yeah, that's what I chose, that I just want to upload videos of my grass. Will these strategies help me crush it? Make sense? No. Like let's actually create a strategy, which is figuring out your proficiency, figuring out your passion, figuring out your profit path. And yes, the program will help you do that. Is that making sense? You got to make sure that not every niche will be as profitable. In this program, you're going to learn about the best ones. Let me know, Mel, if that actually has kind of cleared that up, but I think that's the best answer. Here's the other way to put it before I kick it back to Mel. You're going to learn the quintessential skills for mastering YouTube. You're going to learn how YouTube works. You're going to learn at a high level, at a 101 to 401, at a kindergarten to college level. You're going to learn the best strategies for growth. You're going to learn the most profitable niches. You're going to learn all of those ingredients. It is still your job to bake the cake. It is your job to apply it. And I think that's probably clear, but just to, clear it up again as well, that if by having the group Q&As with us, we're going to tell you straight. We're going to help you. We're going to coach you and get you to the goal of success on YouTube if you do the work. Fill out the worksheets. Do the VRA workbook. Watch the videos and implement the information. We got you. This program will work for you. You might have to change. In fact, you're going to have to. I did. Heather did. You're going to have to evolve. You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to sharpen your skills. You're going to have to get uncomfortable. And you're going to have to follow the coaching. But if you will trust us and invest in the program will get you results when you follow the steps, when you go through the process. And that might mean you need to pivot, which is a wake-up call. Again, it'd be saying somebody goes to the business that's in between two big cities and is like, the reason you don't have customers is because nobody knows you're here and because you're selling liver. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to move you to Flagstaff, Arizona. Change your marketing around, change your product around. And again, your product might be your humor. It might be your comedy. We're going to help you monetize. Your strategy might need to change. If you're willing to change, if you're willing to grow, if you're willing to get uncomfortable, this program will get you results. So I hope that clears it up. And let me know, Mel, if that cleared it up.
Yeah, that was great, Sean. I think that it did definitely give a lot of clarity, and also just some bonus training for other people in the chat just about profitable niches. So I think that was really helpful. We need to give Heather and Tony a break. They're both going to be on at 2 p.m. Pacific time, which is in less than an hour. So I want Heather to have a chance to, maybe eat something. I'm not sure. I know that Sean and Heather are basically robots, but
and I have had 2 of these while we're sitting here. So
yeah,
you know what that means, right, Tony? So yes. It's a live streaming day though, Mel. We're here. We're going to be on at 2. We're going to be back on at 5. It's just a whole day where we're here to just serve you for free here inside the challenge. I'm excited.
Yeah, so I saw a lot of people in the chat saying that they really needed to take a break as well, and they just didn't want to miss anything. So now is your chance. We're going to take a short break. It'll be just about 15-minute break here for you guys. So get everything you need done in that time, and we expect you to be back here at 2 p.m. Pacific time for the women's panel, because it's going to be so good. If you guys have been on any of the other panels with some of our guests, that they bring so much experience and valuable knowledge to the table. So I highly encourage you guys to be back here in about 50 minutes Pacific time. We'll also have a giveaway at that point too. So if you're here at 2 p.m. Pacific time on the dot, then you will be able to get the details on how to enter the giveaway. Is there anything else we want to hype up before we jump off? Good. Woo.
I'm good. I'm excited. And again, if you have questions about the YouTube Influence Bundle, we're going to be answering those throughout the day today. You can send us an email at hello@seancandle.com. I will also do a post inside the group that says, do you have questions about the bundle? And you can ask your question underneath, and our team will be in there to help you with that as best as we can right now. So I'm super excited for what is next, and we'll see you guys in just a little bit. Thanks. Bye.